Hi, my name's Michelle Knoll, and I'm going to share with you an object that means the world to me. That object is my wedding set. And I know that wedding rings, especially for the ladies, they're very special to them and mean the world to them because they symbolize your relationship and your love that you share with your spouse. Mine, it means more to me than that. Of course, it's very special to me just because it symbolizes my relationship with my husband and the love that we share. But also, that center ring, or I'm sorry, the center stone, it came out of the wedding ring, my mother's wedding ring when she was married to my father. And the diamonds that go around it came out of my grandmother's wedding ring, my maternal grandmother. My husband and I, we've known each other for about 10 years. He was one of the first people that I met when I moved to Ohio. And we instantly hit it off, and we were the best of friends. We had a lot of the same interests, the same sense of humor. And, it just got to the point that whenever one of us had good news to share, we would call the other, or bad news, or just to talk. And we hung out all the time. And one day it just hit me like a ton of bricks that he is the person that I call when I have some good news, and the person that I call when I have bad news, and the person that I would call to vent to, or just to talk or hang out. And I realized that, he's the person that I should be with. We were both, when we first met, we were both fairly newly divorced, and neither one of us were looking for a relationship, anything beyond friendship. And I think that because of that and the fear that both of us had, as far as, jumping into a new relationship, I think we were fortunate in the way that things turned out with us because we had years to establish a friendship and a closeness without the pressures that a lot of people have when they're, actively seeking a relationship or a spouse. So 5 years after we met, that's when, it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks that he's the person that I should be with. And, I told him how I felt. I was kind of a little apprehensive just because I was afraid that I would either scare him off or that we would get into a relationship and it wouldn't work out, and then I'd lose the friendship. But I just felt like it's something that needed to be said. So I said it, and he was shocked, to say the least. I don't think he was expecting that because, like I said, we'd been the closest friends for years. So I think, he felt the same way. And needless to say, we were married 6 months after that, which I would have never thought would happen. But he'd spoke with my mother, and, he had told her that he was thinking about proposing, and we had talked about marriage, and we were ring shopping. So I thought, we went to a few different jewelry stores, and he had said that, he wanted me to pick out a few different rings. That way he knew that I would like the ring, but at the same time, it would be a surprise because I wouldn't know which ring that I was getting. But, my mother had spoken about the rings and us getting married. And that's when they came up with this idea and had this ring made. So not only is it symbolic of our relationship and our love, but it has the elements of, my parents, their marriage, and my maternal grandmother, who unfortunately I never had the opportunity to meet as she passed when I was very, very small. So that's the story of us, briefly, and the reasoning why my wedding set is so important to me. Thank you.